What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Doc Holiday, back with another HBCU OverDrive live weekly preview. It is week 12, y'all, of the football season. I'm so surprised that this season has gone by the way that it's gone, that it's been going. But make sure that you hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU OverDrive. Make sure that you like the stream, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe. Become a member of the hottest HBCU podcast that's on YouTube right now. So I came up, coming up with some brainstorming, and basically, we basically trying to figure some stuff out. It's like get more interaction with the with the members of the channel. So we're gonna come up. I'll tell everybody about that. I'll tell everybody about that towards the end of the show. Okay, so let me see if it's anybody that's here. If not, like I said, I'll be doing this solo dolo today, which I had no problem with doing. Had no problem doing, But anyway, so yeah, man, we're gonna get into it, y'all. All right. So, man, look, the first thing on the docket is Howard versus Morgan State. It's aka battle for second place in the MEAC. So let me add this to the stream right here. Yeah, man. Look, look, I've been preparing myself to do all this stuff right here. I done finally learned how to do this. Put all the good, graphics and stuff on the show, on the channel. And hey, you see it. But look, man, like I said, it's the battle of second place for the MEAC. So whoever wins this game right here is co-champion. It is in second place. Now, scary thing is if Howard wins this game right here, and Howard's only loss in conference play was to North Carolina Central, Howard was shared the MEAC title with North Carolina Central. But they will not be able to go to the Celebration Bowl because Central already clinched that this past weekend. But Howard can cause chaos within the conference and win this game against Morgan and basically would be tied up in the MEAC, be co-champions with Central. What's going on, Russell? So the thing about this game right here, and I'm gonna say it just like this, it all depends on the quarterback. Which quarterback shows up for Howard? We're talking about Jalen. We're talking about Quentin Williams, who has thrown for over 1,600 yards, but who also has been sacked 19 times, who also has 8 interceptions. Or are we going to get the Quentin Williams that can actually control the offense, hand the ball off to the bevy of running backs that they have, and and also do their progressions when looking for open receivers? That is the name of the game for Howard University. Okay. Now, I've been saying this. I said this at the beginning of the year after they lost the MEAC SWAC Challenge to Alabama State. I won't bet on Howard ever again, but they have kind of proven me wrong in the last couple of weeks with their play. And when I'm saying by their play, I'm talking about dominating. The last game they played was against South Carolina State. They dominated South Carolina State from beginning to end. It was so depressing looking at SC State's sideline, and everybody is just, oh my God, just oh. But we'll get on South Carolina State later on in the show. But even though in the last game before that they played Central, Central jumped out on there early in the game, early in the first half, and then not let up in the second half. But they also have beaten Norfolk State and Delaware State. Came close with Yale. Defeated Morehouse, came close to beating Hampton, and like I said, the first game of the season in Atlanta against Bama State, without the lightning delay, I feel like this team could have beaten Bama State, and what we now know about Bama State's deficiencies on the offensive end. So, that is the way you want to go. That's who I want to go with Howard, because I want to know which Quentin Williams shows up. Also, you have to give your ball to your playmakers. You have three sets of running backs, Hunter, James, and Wheeler, that has rushed for over 250 yards. Each of them have at least 2 touchdowns. Each of them average over 5 yards per carry. So you have to be able to rely on those running backs, play ball control offense, control the clock, play action passes, and you'll be able to win this game. Now, for Morgan State, it all begins and ends with Alfonso Graham. He is the workhorse. He averages over 6 yards per carry. He has over 1,000 yards for the season, with 8 touchdowns. The problem is, which quarterback are you getting? Are you getting the I'm not gonna say underdeveloped, because he's not. He's always developed, but underachieving Carson Baker. This guy has not. He has thrown completion percentages 52%. He has thrown for 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but he's been sacked 9 times. Or are you going to get Deuce Taylor, the nod, which he has thrown for over 500 yards, but his completion percentage is 35% with 4 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, but he's been sacked 17 times. I don't know, because my whole thing is, whatever you can give the ball to Alfonso all you want to, but if your quarterback can't throw the ball past 10 yards, if he can't throw the ball past 10 yards, you're done for. You're done for. And then if Deuce Taylor comes in, if he's in the game, he's literally a stand-in. He's basically a statue in your backfield, because of the simple fact that he's been sacked 17 times. But I won't give up. Uh, I won't give in as far as with the defense goes for Morgan because they do have a formidable defense. We're all talking about Damian Williams that came from Bowie State and Antoine Swell. With that defense that they have, it is a smothering defense. I seen what happened when they played Delaware State last week, and I'm just saying this. I'm saying this for everybody who has a heart. Delaware State got rocked on our offensive line. Delaware State got rocked on our offensive line. They could not run the ball. Where their running game was non-existent. So that is the type of defense that Morgan State is carrying with them to where they could hold a team to -5 yards rushing. But this is Howard. Like I said, this is Howard, and they have a capable quarterback, and they have the running backs that can do a bevy of things for your team. And they still have a defense that can also contain the run and is pretty decent when it comes to passing. All right. So for this game, and I'm putting it on wax, y'all already know, putting on wax, I'm going with Howard University for the win. I'm looking at the score. I'm looking at 28-7, Howard University. They will be co-champions of the MEAC with North Carolina Central. Hopefully, if they win this game, they can take that momentum into the next season and also into recruiting to make sure that the team gets better. First thing first, I will say they will have to find a quarterback, but I think they have a quarterback that is capable of coming up in Jalen Tolbert. So he was a serviceable backup for Quentin Williams, and I would see it would behoove me if he's not the starter for next season. Majority of the team, most of the team comes back for next season, so it's all in the air to see what's going on, see what happens with what Howard does. And then for Morgan State, they could take this season, even though this season they were supposed to finish towards the bottom of the conference. They made strides within their first year under Damian Wilson. And like I said, with Damian Wilson, if he gets a full recruiting class coming in, 2 recruiting classes coming in, you would see a different team for Morgan State coming up, y'all. And that's just the bottom line for it. But as far as for this game, for this Saturday, I have Howard winning 28-7. Next on the list, man, let me see. Next on the list. All right, man. Look, I've already said I'm giving love to the D2 HBCUs, y'all. I'm giving love to the D2 HBCUs. Benedict College, Fayetteville State, Virginia Union, all are in the D2 playoffs. All 3 of these teams are in the same region, in the same super region for the playoffs. So now, Fayetteville State. Let's before we get to Fayetteville State, Virginia Union is taking on Wingate, and that is coming. Let me see. Oh, that game will be Saturday. All right, hold on. I had to go to the actual actual bracket. All right. So Virginia Union versus Wingate. I think this game is on Saturday at 12 p.m. This game is in trying to see if it's in Richmond or if it's in at Wingate. So I think this game is in Richmond at Hovey Field, 12 o'clock. If y'all want to see a dynamic player, watch Virginia Union's Jada Byers. And this kid can actually get to 2,000 yards for the season. So in this game, I have Virginia Union winning against Wingate. It might not be by a lot, but I would say by at least 2 touchdowns. By at least 2 touchdowns against Wingate. Union beating Wingate 35-21. And then they will be headed to Columbia, South Carolina to take on the one-seeded Benedict College that's in this region. Now, on the other hand, Fayetteville State is going to Delta State over in Cleveland, Mississippi. That game is also on Saturday at 1 o'clock. And we're talking about a Delta State that last season played Jackson State tough and close over at the Vet last season and almost came out with the victory, but Jackson State won that game by a touchdown. Let me tell you how close Delta State was winning that game, y'all. Delta State was, I think they was either on the 6 or 7 yard line. They was in scoring range to tie this game. And I feel like the way that they was playing, I don't think they would get ready to tie the game. I think they were gonna go for the win. Jackson State defense holds up, and basically they came out with the victory. Delta State didn't have too much of a good season last year, but this season, like we're talking about Delta State team that basically is perennial D2 playoff contenders every year. They have a dynamic quarterback in Patrick Shegog. Dude has an arm, and he's a tough runner with that offense that they run out of. Fayetteville State, winners of the CIAA. Winners of the CIAA championship. I don't see the type of, I don't see them getting this win right here. So it sucks. It sucks that we have to. It sucks that they had to put all 3 of them in the same super region. But hopefully that Fayetteville can actually build off. Like I said, they could build off the season that they had this year, and to go into next year and kind of make some noise and make a run for another CIAA title. More likely, I want to see that matchup between them and Virginia Union next year. Sir, please stop with the North Dakota State comparisons. We're not into that. We're not worried about that. And y'all play weak competition too. Your whole conference is weak, but we're not gonna get into that. But anyway, but I'm just giving these schools right here love because they, we want to shine light to everybody in the HBCU world, FCS, 1AA, Division 2, Division 3. We have Division 3, NAIA schools. So I want to give these schools some sort of support and some love. But let's just say if Fayetteville State come out with the win, more likely they'll probably play on the winner. They will play the winner between West Florida and Limestone. So we never know. It's any given Saturday, y'all. So y'all already know how it is when it comes to football, man. So we gonna take it one day at a time. They're gonna, take it one day at a time, take it one game at a time. So next on the list, man, we got, man, look, North Carolina A&T Saturday coming up, man. They are playing in they are playing for the Big South Championship against Gardner-Webb. This game is let me see, Ernest W. Spangler Stadium on Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning in Boiling Springs, North Carolina. I think my boy Dave said it's not that far from Greensboro. So my whole thing is about this. All the Aggie fans, look, just go down to Gardner-Webb, man. Take over their house, pack it out, be loud, be proud, because y'all had one hell of a season this year, y'all. And yeah, AP, he is. Oh yeah, I was about to say that Jalen Fowler is playing with a hairline fracture in his foot. More likely, I hope he doesn't have to actually do any type of scrambling. So he the team goes the way he and Bayshore Tootin goes. The team goes the way him and Bayshore Tootin. Hopefully that it doesn't hinder him for the playoffs. If they win this game, y'all, if A&T win this game, they are going to the FCS playoffs. So just got to make sure, what my thing is, we want to pull for these, these kids. We want to support these kids, even if we are in other conferences and stuff like that, because of the simple fact that they are HBCU in a PWI conference, y'all. So we want to make sure that these kids have the most support for them when they playing this game right here. Like I said, Jalen Fowler is playing on Saturday with a hairline fracture in his foot. Hopefully it's not the type of fracture that you see like a Liz Frank fracture. Those are hard to recover from, y'all. Man, if they play William and Mary, that might be a good game, man. I'm not even gonna hold nobody for that. I'm not even gonna find nobody for that. That might be a good game right there. I would tune in for that game too. They do play William and Mary. You never know we don't know. We never know who they'll play. We'll selection show, and I know my boy Blue with the Blue Bloods, he will I think he might be streaming that live when it comes up on Sunday. So y'all tune in to that, and then we'll I give my little analysis and talk about that, see if they win this game, who they'll play. But Gardner-Webb is not no slouch. For their schedule, man, look, their schedule came out, losing to Coastal Carolina by 4. Elon taking them to the wire. Mercer basically dominating them from start to finish. Marshall, of course, that's FCS. And then Liberty beating them by 1. And then basically they go on a little run. Had a shootout with Campbell last weekend. Went up to Rhode Island, played Bryant, came out close. So Gardner-Webb is not that tight. Is the team that pretty much played their opponents close. So I'm still looking at for this team. And then with A&T, man, look, starting out the Aggie Eagle Classic with a loss to Central, their rival, down the highway. Then they go up to North Dakota State and get skull by 40. I feel like they was not prepared for that type of attack from North Dakota State, and then losing by 29 to Duke. So those three losses, those are the three losses that they had. Now they have been on a 7-game winning streak. And it started against South Carolina State, went up to Bryant, played them close, beat them by 11. Of course, they put Edward Waters on there to help Edward Waters out. They won that game 45-7, beat Robert Morris 38-14. Like I said, with Campbell came for their homecoming, lost to him by 7. Handled Norfolk State by 25, and Charleston Southern, they beat them by 10. Now, like I said, who has the momentum coming into this game? Which that would be A&T. A&T has the high hand. They have the momentum coming into this game, and I don't see this momentum stopping no time soon. This game right here, man. Look, I'm gonna tell my guy, my boy Dave. He runs the Panther Nation podcast. Biggest podcast for the Carolina Panthers. Man, look, I'm gonna tell him, hey, A&T with the win, with the by 2 touchdowns, 28-14, man. 28-14 against Gardner-Webb. They streak into the playoffs at 8-3, and whoever they get whoever they line up against that following week, we'll see. We'll see it on Sunday, y'all. So that's a good thing right there. Next thing we got on the list, look, we're gonna go into the SWAC. But before we go into the SWAC, y'all, before we go into the SWAC, all right, we're gonna talk about the rest of these teams right here. Look, all right, Campbell playing Delaware State, man. Campbell playing Delaware State. Campbell has had a lost season. I'm telling everybody this. Malik Williams is injured. He's been injured for the last 2 weekends. So Campbell's coming into this game at 4-6. They're going up to Dover. And it is hard to play at Dover in November with the wind going the way that it is. And it's cold up there. The only thing about Delaware State is they cannot play like they did last week. They cannot run the ball like they did last week against Morgan State. If not, Campbell will walk away with this win. But I say Delaware State comes out with the dub. What's going on, Miss Patrice? I say Delaware State comes out with the dub. They finish the season over 500. Get some things fixed in the offseason. This game will be close. I would say 24-21, Delaware State, Campbell. And I'm going to tell you this about Campbell. Like I said this before. Everybody was on the hype train for Campbell. I kind of was on the hype train for Campbell too. But then when you go back and you do your research, like most people do, we do our research. You go back and you look at their all-time overall record. This team has never been above 500 since they brought football back to Bowie's Creek. Let me repeat this, y'all. Campbell has never been above 500. Mike Minter has been at this school since 2013. He has never had the team finish above 500. Their overall record as a club, as a ball club, is 54-96. They have never been above 500, and I felt like they're not going to be above 500 this season. And when they go into the Colonial next season, they won't be above 500 next season. And I'm calling it just like that. Okay. So I got Delaware State winning this game against Campbell, y'all. 24-21. Records don't mind nothing, but what I'm saying is the way I'm saying, Russell, is you just have to go back and look at the teams that they had since they brought back the team in 2008. This school has never been over 500. They have never been over 500 whatsoever. You can say all records and stuff, but the thing is they haven't been over 500. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I talked about this last night, HBCU Nightly on Twitter. I said from the beginning, they have never been over 500. We're talking about a team that everybody wanted to them to beat Jackson State. Jackson State handled them easily, even though we had some misses. Yeah, we had some scoring chances that we missed on. Campbell, and for all the stuff, the talent that they have, not saying that they are a bad team or anything like that. They just have it's something about them that they do not get over 500. They are not a winning football team. Mike Minter has been at this school since 2013. He has never had a winning record at that school. JSU did, I feel JSU and North Carolina A&T ended their season when they played. I think when Campbell played Central, Central couldn't get it to their groove. They couldn't get to the groove of their offense, and then Campbell's offense just smacked them around the field like they was ragdolls. So that is what I'm saying. I understand, Miss Patrice. I understand, Miss Patrice. Nah, you good though. But like I said, this team has never been above 500. I'm gonna keep saying that until they get above 500. That they are who they are. I'm gonna be just like the late Dennis Green, what he said about the team that they had play. I think it was the Bears. They are who they are. They are who you thought they were. So I'm just saying just like that. And they was Sonic Boom. They was recovering from that loss against us when they played A&T. They couldn't come up. They couldn't get over the fact that like they went on a they went on an HBCU barnstorming tour this season, y'all. Just point blank. They went on an HBCU barnstorming tour, and it was crazy that they came out with one win, and then the other two teams, like I said, Jackson State was undefeated already. You just look at them. You just look at Jackson State. That team was built to beat teams like that. Then you look at A&T. A&T is streaking. They lost. Remember, I told you A&T lost the first 3 games of the season by a big margin. And then after the Duke game, they went on a tear. They've been on a tear. That's why I said they'll win the Big South, and then they'll go to the playoffs. I see him. I think he will come over to the HBCU world too, man. I think he would too, Miss Patrice. I think he would too. He might have some more success over here. But we're gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna go to the next game. Norfolk State versus South Carolina State, man. Look, this is the toilet bowl game, y'all. I'm just saying, I'm just putting just out like that. It's the toilet bowl game. now, South Carolina State. Watching that game last week. When they played Howard, I'd never seen fans that dejected like that. I've never seen fans that dejected like that. Like, it's like, man, we know it's over. We know we're done for. Our goose is cooked. We just want to go in and get ready for next year. And then the thing about, too, there's a lot of people calling for Buddy Pugh's head. He had one losing season, and how many seasons he's been at head coach at South Carolina State? I don't think he's going nowhere. And then with the amount of talent that he sends to the NFL, I don't think he's going nowhere. He stays at South Carolina State. He fits South Carolina State. He is South Carolina State. So I'm going to say it just like that. South Carolina State, man, look. And they had a freshman QB. Yes. They have a freshman QB. If I'm Buddy Pugh, I would have to use the transfer portal to try to find a QB. You have to. And I understand you want to you recruit the state, which is not bad. The recruiting your state is never a bad thing to do. But you're trying to get back on the right foot. And you won't be able to get back on the right foot when you have a freshman that's about to be a sophomore quarterback. So if I'm you, I would go into the transfer portal, find your quarterback, and then go into the JUCO route, try to get fix everything that was messed up this season, and you'll be back on track. Y'all want to come back and play us? You play Jackson State in the Celebration Bowl. Fix the team. And the way you fix the team, you fix it by getting your quarterback. How you doing, Ms. Denmark? North Carolina A&T win. The only and last HBCU to win the Big South Football Conference. Hey, and then guess what? They're going up to the Colonial. We'll see what happens if the disappointment again next year. We talk about the NFL like they send 6 or 7 every year. Some of that has to do with relationships. They might be the MEAC Alcorn. Wow. Nah, man. But I would keep Buddy Pugh there, y'all. I can't. Buddy Pugh is South Carolina State, y'all. That is true, but Buddy and South Carolina players learn it's a totally different game. With them crosshairs on your tail, and everyone Super Bowl. This is something they didn't understand. I see what your point is, AP. I like your point. I love the point that you brought out, man. I love the point. I'm gonna show it to everybody so they can see. Everybody played you that's your Super Bowl, and it's kind of like if you see everybody play Jackson State like it's their Super Bowl, but y'all just down the line, like y'all know how it is. You grind it out and you grit it out. You know what I'm saying? Norfolk State, look, Dawson Odom's in his second year at the helm. Norfolk State, they have a good quarterback in Otto Kuhn, but they have a lot of work to do. This game right here, I have South Carolina State beating Norfolk. It ain't going to be by a lot, 27-21. 27-21, I got South Carolina State winning this game. Go back into the lab, fix what was messed up, come back for the next season, y'all. Woo! Miss Patrice, don't remind me of what happened when they got rid of Coach Comedy. I remember when they got rid of Coach Comedy. Hell, I remember when they got rid of Coach when they got rid of Coach Hughes with Judge. I remember that. Like, I mean, we kind of we didn't go into mediocrity when we got rid of Robert Hughes, but it wasn't the same. Then you get Comedy, he brings that energy and what he brought from Tuskegee, and he brought his way of doing things, and then school fires him. Dr. Myers fires him, and we went into the toilet bowl for 8 years. We go into the toilet bowl for 8 years. Yes, I understand. I totally understand. What up? What up, Will? What's going on, my brother? SU South Carolina State was an average team last year. They get lucky in one game, and everyone treated them like they were going to run the table this year. And they kind of did that, but come on now. Sonny Boom, we Jackson State, we wanted them in the Celebration Bowl for this year. And we'll just settle for the next best thing, which is North Carolina Central. Me at SWAC Challenge game is South Carolina State and Jackson State next year. Yep. they were who they thought they were. Yep. Yep. I believe you. I remembered all that, man. And I'm sitting at home in Dallas. I mean, when learning all about that, seeing all about that, I was sitting here in Dallas and trying to figure out what the hell was going on with Jackson State. Vivian Fuller, I didn't know what she was doing. I did not know what she was doing as an AD. And mm-mm. So next on the list, man. Uh, Look, next on the list, North Carolina Central versus Tennessee Tech. Man, I'm not even gonna get into this game. North Carolina Central's gonna win this game. If they jump out if they jump out fast and early in the game, I would expect Coach Oliver to sit Davius Richard down for the rest of the game. They coast to 9-2. They coast into Atlanta, and we'll see, see them in Atlanta in December, y'all. They'll win Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech is like pretty much one of the doormats of the OVC, so they'll win this game big. Yep, yep, yep. Comedy he did have it moving. Like you gotta understand. Like we was looking for that spark, we were looking for that energy, and when we got it in Rick in Coach Comedy, even though he did come from Tuskegee, but he built Tuskegee from the ground up, and basically, what I'm saying, had that thing humming, y'all. So now, man, we're gonna get into these SWAC games right here. We're gonna get into the SWAC games. First on the list, Texas Southern versus Alabama A&M. All right, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you just like this. Y'all. It's going to be chaos in the SWAC West. It's going to be chaos in the SWAC West. Cause why? Nobody couldn't get the SWAC West to nobody couldn't wrap up the SWAC West. You thought Prairie View could do it? They couldn't do it yet. Um, it's still a chance for for somebody to come out of the SWAC West to represent the Western Division in the championship game. And so look, Texas Southern. I'm gonna start with TSU, y'all. So Texas Southern, you have to unleash Andrew Body this weekend. You have to unleash him. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you do it with the run. I don't care if you do it with the pass. I don't care if you do it with both. You have to unleash this kid right here. You should have been took the training wheels off this kid and let him do him. He needs to dominate this game from start to finish. Andrew Body needs to dominate this game from start to finish. Point blank. They are second to last in rush defense. We're giving up almost 200 yards rushing as a team. But it all starts and ends with number one, Andrew Body. Okay? He gets going, everybody else on the team gets going. When he is playing dynamic football, that whole team feeds off of Andrew Body. That's what Texas Southern needs to do. And also, hey, Mama Body. In fact, when you talk about Andrew, Mama Body come into the chat. Clarence McKinney, I hope you're listening to me. I'm not bashing you. I'm not doing anything bad. You have to take the training wheels off of Andrew Body. You got to look. You got to tell him, like, you got to win this game like your life depended on it. Because it does. Because your life depends on it. Because if you don't, I feel like they're going to go in another direction. So, Russell, he ain't going to the MEAC. Don't even worry about that. He ain't going to the MEAC. Mama said he ain't going to the MEAC. But I'm going to tell you just like this. If you do not win this game, which this is a winnable game right here, it's a word on the street down there in H-Town, 3rd Ward, that they're going to be looking to replace you as head coach of the football team. And when they replace you, they're going to replace everybody on their squad. Mostly everybody. Mainly your offensive coordinator. You have to win this game. If you win this game, first of all, I'm going to tell you like this. If you win this game, you have Texas Southern will have their first winning season since 2010. When they actually did win the SWAC, but they vacated the title because ineligible player. All right. That's the main thing. Get your first winning season, okay? 6-5 is a winning season. Second thing, unleash Andrew Body. Long time, Mama. Long time. Tell him. Unleash Andrew Body. You win the game. You need to have Andrew Body up last season. Play Saturday. You need to have Andrew Body last season, play Saturday. That's how you're gonna win the game. That's how you're gonna win the game. And then let me not just put it on Andrew. Ladarius Owens got to run like he lost his damn mind. So Texas Southern, you got one assignment to do and win this game right here. All right. Now let me get on Alabama A&M. Now it's funny because looking at the coach's call on HBCU sports, the digital sports, looking at Coach Maynard looking so like he just got super humbled by the words that he said. Like, I've already seen that you packed this season in. You already packed the season in. To me, I feel like you packed the season in after the UAB game. Whatever, when you said I only win SWAC games, that was it. You packed that season in. I didn't feel like you had confidence in the team that you had. Second of all, I say this: these two QBs that you have, Langford and QC, when you yank one or the other out, you diminish their confidence. You diminish their confidence. Like, especially with Quincy Casey. Quincy Casey is a good quarterback, y'all. He is a good quarterback. But you diminish his confidence when you yank him out for making a simple mistake, just a small mistake, okay? And I don't get that. So this game right here, if A&M has Xavier Langford playing, this is basically a running team. I hope Coach McKinney has his defense ready to play assignment football. If Quincy's in the game, defensive line can pin their ears back. They can get to the quarterback. DBs don't need to play 7 to 10 yards off the ball. Let them play at least 4 yards off the ball. Press these guys. They are soft. Y'all are ball hawks because y'all still lead the league in interceptions, y'all. And for this game right here, from what I heard, I don't think he's playing. But if he is playing, I mean, that would be a huge boost right there because that's a change of pace back right there with his size 6'1", 230. And then you got Ladarius Owens, 5'8", 5'9", 190 pounds, shifty and quick. And then you got Andrew Body, who was the head of the snake, who is the head like Voltron. When they all come together, they come together like Voltron. For all y'all young people that don't know about Voltron, it is a dynamic offense to see. So this game right here, I got Texas Southern winning. I got them winning about 14 points. Mama Body, tell Andrew, if he win this game, I want him on my show to do an interview. Tell him I want him on the show to do an interview. All right. So I got Texas Southern winning this game by 14, 35-21. 35-21. All right. A&M, Alabama A&M, look, you cannot build your team all through the portal. You got to have some sort of homegrown cooking going on. And also, you got to have time you got to get in the JUCO ranks and develop your players. So, like I said, 35-14, I got Texas Southern winning. 35-21, Texas Southern winning this game right here. Next on the list, man. Next on the list, look, Prairie View and Mississippi Valley. Prairie View and Mississippi Valley. All right, now let's get to the nitty gritty about this game right here. The nitty gritty about this game is Prairie View Valley came to Texas last season, played Prairie View at the end of the year, and pretty much dominated this game from start to finish. They didn't even. I don't even think they trailed in this game last season. With this year game, I'm hoping that Valley can actually cause chaos. Because, like I said, they cause chaos. Then basically, this game goes into play as this is a trap game for Prairie View. This is the trap game for PV. And with Valley's defensive line and with the field giving them that extra momentum, that extra man, this won't be a track meet. This won't be a shootout. Now with Prairie View, well, let me get before I get to Prairie View. Valley needs to make Conley from Prairie View into a pocket passer. I feel like that is the only way you'll be able to win this game. You turn Trayvon Conley into a pocket passer, you easily win this game because you'll control the line of scrimmage. You can control as far as on the defensive side. You can also utilize your run with Caleb Johnson and with Jelani Eason. Old man Eason, even though I don't like him being a quarterback, the only reason why he's the quarterback this weekend is because I heard Jamari Jones was in trouble, had some trouble. So it is what it is. So Jelani Eason is the QB from Valley to finish out the season. I do a heavy dose. Look, I'm doing a heavy dose of Caleb Johnson for this game, y'all. Play action passes with Ja'Cory Rankin, all the other receivers. So I'm like, if I'm Valley, I'm going back to the game where you played Alabama A&M, and I'm going to look at that film at how to basically beat the DBs that Prairie View have over the top. Now, Prairie View, we already know, look, you went into the game last season against Valley, you lost the game. Okay. They didn't surprise you, they punched you in the mouth. You saw it coming, they punched you in the mouth. Conley, you have to be able to pass the ball. Even though you are a good runner, you are an athlete playing quarterback, but you have to be able to pass the ball. You have to be able to throw the ball down the field. No more. You have to be a complete quarterback. Then, like I said, Prairie View with the three-headed monster running the ball. Stewart, Conley, and Antoine. Like all three of these guys have over 300, over 500 yards rushing. They all average over 5 yards per carry. They all have over 5 touchdowns on the ground. Conley leads the team with 12 rushing touchdowns. Plus, he has 11 in the air, only 5 interceptions. But he's been sacked 14 times, so that means basically he holds on to the ball. He doesn't make the decisions that he's supposed to make. He's only completing 59% of his passes for almost 1,400 yards. You take Conley out this game, Prairie View has no quarterback behind him. They have one, but he's not tested. He ain't tested. So, so basically, you cut out the head of the snake, which is Conley, then Prairie View don't get going. Now, this is my upset pick right here. I got Valley upsetting Prairie View. Not by a lot. It's gonna be by little. I say by a field goal, y'all. 24-21. And if it don't get to the 20s, it'll be 20-17. I feel like they're gonna limit Prairie View's rushing attempts, rushing offense. I have a feeling that they're gonna limit it. Okay. So I'm just, like I said, I'm going with Valley. Going with Valley with the win for Saturday, y'all. And then the true chaos starts. Because not only does if Valley beats Prairie View on Saturday, this means Texas Southern might be able to take they'll be able to take the dub. And Texas Southern season could be different. For one, if they would have beaten Prairie View, that would snap like a 7-game losing streak to Prairie View early, to start the season off. Plus, if they would have beaten Alabama State, when they had the lead, then you would be talking about a different Texas Southern. Instead of Texas Southern being 5-5, they might be 6-4, or they could be 7-3. Because 2 games I already knew they were going. The 3 games that I knew they were going to lose. They were going to lose against. They're going to lose against North Texas. They were going to lose against UTSA, and they were going to lose against Jackson State. That was it. I'm saying just like that. That's how close Texas Southern was. Is having a actual more of a winning record and be able to represent the West in the conference championship. I picked at the beginning of the year, and I think I went on Swagging the Food, and I said Texas Southern was going to win the conference. I said that, and I said if they didn't win the conference, they'll be second place. Y'all play Bethune. Bethune-Cookman has terrible DBs, in which I'm about to segue into that. But like I said, it's going to be chaos because Texas Southern already have wins against Southern. They already have a win against Alcorn. They beat Grambling. They beat Pine Bluff. They lost to Jackson State. They lost to Prairie View. They lost to Alabama State. They have 4 wins already in the conference. They win on Saturday. Prairie View loses. That's it. Somebody about to get into the championship game to go to Jackson and get their head stomped in. Point blank. So, and also, I would say this too, but I would say Southern would actually be able to do something, but I don't think that would actually happen. I don't think that would actually happen because of the simple fact that I don't think that would actually happen because Southern has a lot of stuff to fix. They have a lot of stuff to fix, y'all. Make sure y'all like the stream. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Make sure you like the stream. I like everybody with the participation up in here today. Thank you. Next on that list, man. Look, we gonna first segue into that Florida Classic. That Florida Classic, man. The Florida Classic. Bethune versus FAMU. Man, look, we already know. I'm gonna just say it just like this. FAMU is playing to get themselves into the playoffs. They are the second hottest team in HBCU football on the FCS level, other than Jackson State, and with North Carolina A&T. They have won 8 in a row. I give it for. I'm gonna tell you like this. I give it up for Bethune because of the simple fact that they've been on the road a majority of the season. I don't think they only went home like twice. Bethune has only been home like twice. These guys been on the road for the whole year. So even though they are going to Orlando, which is probably about 2 hours from Daytona, They are still on the road, y'all. And I give it up for Bethune because they had endured a lot this season, being out with two hurricanes that came through. And with the last game, basically Bethune could have ended Alcorn season. Chances of going to the SWAC championship game, even though they, they're not mathematically eliminated, but they could have ended it last week against Alcorn. They lost by 3, 17-14. Jalen Jones had over 200 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but they couldn't get the ball. They couldn't get the ball going by running the ball. Hey, you doing? Yeah, we are wonderful. We are wonderful. We are wonderful. And I got a surprise for y'all. I got a surprise for y'all too. So I got a surprise for y'all. And I'm gonna try to get this out the way. But my thing about it is my thing about it is that they haven't had they have been battle tested the whole time. So yeah, but with this game, look, you get to go with towards FAMU. FAMU, you gotta win this game by at least 3 or 4 touchdowns. You have to. You have to win this game by 3 or 4 touchdowns. Okay. That is the only way. That is the only way I see y'all getting into the playoffs. That is the only way I see y'all getting to the playoffs. I don't see y'all getting to the playoffs if y'all don't dominate this game. So you have to be able to dominate this game. Single-handedly, in order for y'all to get to the playoffs. And if you don't, then I wouldn't say the season was a wash, but you just have to, you have to understand, like, I wouldn't say nobody ever gave y'all a chance, but yeah. y'all didn't. I don't think it was a chance in the world that y'all be able to try to pull that off. So, basically, like I said, you have to win this game. You got to win this game by at least 3 touchdowns. That is the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way y'all would be able to do something. That is the only way y'all be able to do something. Other than that, your season is a wash. And basically, like, look, I can't really say too much anything. If y'all don't win this game, or y'all don't win it convincingly. In my eyes, Coach Simmons is gonna he's gone. He's gone. I'm sorry. That's my whole take right there. He's gone. Because somebody's going to present him with something, and that's going to be better than what he had at better than what he had here at with fans. I just feel like it's something that y'all have to be able to get that going, get that done. You have to win it. You have to win this game. Going into it, look, Musa is the head of the snake. No pun intended. He is the head. He is the catalyst. He gets the motor running for FAMU. Everybody follow his lead. Everybody follow his lead, and basically that's it. You know what I'm saying? Fam goes the way Musa goes. Point blank. Point blank. Point blank, y'all. Fam goes the way Musa goes. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. So basically, with this game, look, this game, I got FAMU winning this game. I got them winning by at least 3 touchdowns. It is hard for it'll be hard for Bethune to actually get this game going. So it'll be the score I got, man. Look, I got the score going 35-14. Because I feel in a way that they'll give they will give in some way they will give the I wouldn't say give the ball away, but they'll find a way to kind of make this game interesting. Yep, tell them we ain't losing the SWAC title. We is not losing the SWAC title. We are not losing the SWAC title. I'm sorry to tell this to everybody. We ain't losing it. But yeah. I'm trying to get some stuff fixed on here. Trying to get some stuff fixed on here. But other than that, I got FAMU winning. Watch the show on Sunday if they get selected to the FCS playoffs. Or maybe they'll be able, if they get selected, they might be able to host a playoff game. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. And last but not least, man, look. Last but not least, look, we already know it is the Soul Bowl. It is the Soul Bowl, Jackson State versus Alcorn. Now, I've already talked about this game last week. Earlier this week. And my whole thing about this game right here, look, you stop Jarvion Howard. If I'm Jackson State, you're stopping Jarvion Howard. You're stopping him from start of the game to the finish of the game. You are not to let this man get a full head of steam. You are not to let this man get any type of traction. You're not to let this team get any type of traction. Good. The one thing about this game, Alcorn's QB Aaron Allen, he is not playing in this game. He is out for the season with I think he had a knee injury. So they are starting the freshman Trey Lawrence. He didn't do too bad last week against Bethune. So he basically wants to, Coach McNair basically wants to control the game, keep that offense, Jackson State off the field, keep him off the field, keep the defense on the field, tire them out, and just pound the rock with Jarvion Howard. Now, I do say this. I will say this. They do have a change of pace at running back in Nico Duffy. Nico Duffy is basically he's your home run hitter. He is your actual change of pace running back. He is the dude that when it comes down to it, he is the one that basically like you have to account for him. If you don't account for him, and when I say account, like you literally have to be able to you really have to be able to know where he's at, because not only he could line up in the backfield, he can line up as a slot, he can line up as a receiver. H-back Nico can do it all. Then they also have Javante Leatherwood. Leatherwood is your big back. I think he's like 6'1", 6 foot, 6'1", 235 pounds. He is the battering ram. But look, you already have a lead back in Jarvion Howard. They also Alcorn defense is not a slouch. There are no slouches, but I don't think they seen this type of offense now than what they saw last year. And I feel like it's going to be real hard to try to find I think it's going to be real hard to try to basically it's going to be real hard to basically find somebody that can actually stop this offense. So other than that, y'all, looking up for Jackson State. Look, Jackson State, man, I'm gonna just say it just like this. I'll say it just like this. It all begins and ends with Shador. Point blank. It begins and ends with Shador. If two ain't on the field, we have a problem. But to make sure that we don't, he doesn't get beat down like he did last game, you have to run the ball. You have to run the ball. You have Savion Wilkinson. You have to run the ball. You have to get him going. You have to get that man going early and often. So I feel like Coach Bartolone is going to basically try to start the game off with some quality runs to basically get to basically get the offense going. You have to be able to get the offense going. So And not only do you have to get that offense going, we want to get Dallas Daniels back into the groove because I know he was hurt the last couple of games. You want him to get back into the groove. You want him to be able to to basically get his, you know what I'm saying, just to get his bearings back in the play, get him with some couple of quick hitches and quick passes. So that's something that you need to. That's something that Jack State needs to do. You also, man, look, I'm gonna tell you just like this. Shane Brooks was a man amongst boys on Saturday. He held it down for Blur Nation. Um, I don't see anything happen. I don't see anything as far as going down, downhill from there. I don't say downhill, but I don't see anything diminishing from the fact that he, you want to, you're trying to get your guy, you know what I'm saying? You try to get your guys basically get them going because they don't have anything to, they already clinched the East. They're already going to the SWAC championship game. And they feel like they're going to be saying, well, we just here just to be here. You got to get them to play for something. So that's the main thing. That's the real thing that's going on. Other than that, look, I'm gonna say it just like this. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day for for Alcorn. And it's gonna be a sold out crowd in Lorman on the reservation. They are opening up the school at like 4 a.m. And it's gonna be a long day. I got this game right here. Look, 42-14, Jackson State. That is my prediction. That's my prediction for Saturday. 42-14. And like I said, I got somebody that's coming on here tomorrow for I Love Friday. I got somebody coming on to the show tomorrow. Look. And that's it. I talked to my guy last night. GSPN from Swacking the Food will be on the show tomorrow. It's Jack State, Alcorn. He said he's gonna bring the big bad Braves on the channel. I said I'm gonna bring, look, got the I Love family that's here on the channel, that's here gonna rock with us. But we're gonna keep it good. We're gonna keep it fun. We're gonna have fun with it, man. It's gonna be fun. So I hit him up last night. We chopped it up. I told him what's up. He obliged. We here with it. So he'll be on the show tomorrow, y'all. And also what I got going on too is look, y'all been rocking with me ever since, right? Y'all been rocking with me from the beginning to the end. And I got something going on. We gonna have something going on. So we're gonna have a sweepstakes, y'all. We're gonna have a sweepstakes for the show. And with the sweepstakes is basically what it is. It's like this. So everybody can put their name in. I choose 4 regular members at random for a chance to win up to $50 if they're able to get 5 people to subscribe by December 31st of 2022. The drawing will take place live on air January 3rd, 2023. All the entries must be emailed to my email address, holiday1925@gmail.com, before New Year's Eve. All entries will be checked and verified. So that means basically, hey, you can't be doing no funny stuff, because we will check it. We will verify it. You can enter more than once to increase your chances of winning the contest. So this is something that the missus came up with to me about, and just to get to get more people to subscribe, but it is the only way that I'll be able to verify that they subscribe is you have to email it, and then you have to email it to my email address before New Year's Eve. Okay, so in fact, I will have it up tomorrow. I will put it on the spreadsheet, not spreadsheet, but I'll put it on like a presentation tomorrow. That way, everybody will know what's up. So get up to able to get 5 people to subscribe by December the 31st, before the end of the year. So that's the contest we got. That's the contest we got going on right there. Went up to $50, and then I might come back up again. Next year we can start with something like $75, or we can do something with money and like a actual gift. And then if your name is called upon, and if you win, you have to put your Cash App handle in the chat. That way I can verify it, and if you win, I send the money. You verify, you tell me you got it or not. That's how we do it. All right. So if you want to go ahead and do it, I say just go ahead and start getting y'all 5 people that you know. Basically spread the word. That's all it is spreading the word and getting everybody involved. So other than that, man, I enjoyed today. I enjoyed the preview today. I said I was gonna go to East Texas this weekend, but look, I'm not gonna go see Tennessee State get their head beat in by Commerce and Commerce. I'm just gonna stay at the house, or I gotta go to work this weekend, but I'm gonna watch the games all on my phone and stuff like that, and then we'll be back on Saturday night to do the post game. And hey, if when Jackson State wins, I'm gonna have G. If G come back on the show, hey man, he'll come back on the show. Hey, we'll chop it up. But like I said, tomorrow, I Love Friday, special guest GSPN from Swagging the Food will be on the show tomorrow. Might have something for next week for Bayou Classic. Try to see if I can get J Max, because he reps Southern, and I could get somebody that's Graham fam. I think it's Vail Graham fam, I think. But we'll see what happens for next week. There's only 2 games next week, and then everybody, playoffs start next week. But in the meantime, between time, this your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU OverDrive, the live weekly preview show. This is where HBCUs matter. When you come onto this channel right here, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure you post, comment, share. Most of all, subscribe. Become a member of the hottest HBCU podcast that's on YouTube right now. Hit the notification bell to get everything HBCU OverDrive. But like I said, in the meantime, between time, y'all be easy, be safe, stay dangerous. One love, peace.